It's a program that's going on there.
Yeah, I ain't agreeing with it.
Right.
Yeah,
down here in the city of Richmond. What happened to our child, Trayvon Martin, was a great tragedy, and we come down here to rally on his behalf because some justice needs to be done. We talk about this justice system a lot, man, but all the time, man, it's almost as if the law just turned a blind eye to us, and it's just unfair, man. Something needs to be done, man. We here. Hopefully we could affect some change. Some people in a position of authority will see something and really get some consequences or something done behind it, because we need to take action now. And if they ain't gonna do it, we need to take action in our own hands. It just is what it is, man. That's what they gonna make happen. Our RBG, New Black World Order, we down here repping for our baby because that was a child that got hurt. You know what I mean? That ain't no way that guy ain't punished, ain't in jail, and ain't nothing happened. So, I'm down here, rallying on behalf of our child, but he ain't even a man.
I know that, Trayvon's family and Trayvon definitely feel our spirit and feel our support. So I just want to say I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. Just, thank everybody for coming, and this is really powerful. This is really, overwhelming. This case has been extremely emotional, I think, for all of us. And so I'm just happy that everybody's here. I just want to make sure, though, that, as we reflect on Trayvon's life, that we also remember that Trayvon isn't alone. That, this case is about a larger issue. It's about, the criminalization of black young boys and men. It's about racial profiling. It's about the fact that this country continues to tell us that our lives don't matter. So, while we remember Trayvon, we also want to remember Sean Bell. We also want to remember Oscar Grant. We also want to remember Amadou Diallo. We also want to remember all of these people. Harold Beasley, exactly. There's so many stories that all of us have around these issues. So, while this happened in Stanford, Florida, it's happening here in Richmond, Virginia. It's happening in D.C. It's happening all across this country. So we just want to make sure that we remember that and that we mobilize around that. This is not just one single instance. This isn't just about one, crazy white man who killed a young black boy. This is about a larger issue. So we're going to start, actually, Daia and Janet are going to lead us in a libation. Janet is going to Daia is going to lead us in a libation. And then Janet is going to just say a few words of affirmation. And at that point, we're just going to open it up to you all. So you all can come and tell your stories. So that you all can come and talk and reflect and remember Trayvon, but also remember the people that we don't know, whose names we don't know. So I'm going to open it up to you guys once we've done that. All right, thanks.
I want to thank everybody for coming. I'm very thankful. Can you all hear me?
No, you have to use the mic.
All right, I want to thank everybody for coming. This is overwhelming, and we are so blessed. You all know that you're standing on the sacred ground. This is where all of our ancestors were buried. Gabriel Prosser and all of those who fought for their rights, who were strong black women and men and children. And we want to thank you, and the first thing we do to show libations, to show that we respect our ancestors, we pour a little water for libations, and it is to symbolize the respect of our ancestors. And when I do this, I will call out an ancestor. We ask that you all participate. It can be Malcolm X, it can be Martin Luther King, or it could be one of your ancestors who have passed on. And after we do that, after someone call a name, you say Ashe. So I'm going to pour water, libations for our ancestors, and I will say Robert White, Ashe, Malcolm X.
Josiah Garvey.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Daryl Beasley.
Ashe.
Fred Hemp.
Ashe.
May it be so.
Dr. Amos
Ashe.
Wilson.
Ashe.
May it be so. Thomas and Ada Dabney.
Ashe.
May it be so.
Gabriel.
Ashe.
May it be so.
Ashe.
Lee.
Ashe.
May it be so.
Sekmet.
Ashe.
And Maviz.
Ashe.
Asaru.
Ashe.
Het Haru.
Ashe.
May it be so. It will prosper.
Ashe.
May it be so. Affirmative.
Ashe.
Nat Turner.
Ashe. Harriet Tubman. Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
The whole black nation.
Ashe. Ashe. We thank you. We thank you. And we pray for our ancestors. We know their soul are resting in peace because we've made it so. This is our sacred burial ground.
That's right.
Ashe.
I bring you greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty. Haile Selassie Jah. Rastafari. I'm a Rasta and proud of it. I am queen and singer, and all the young people, I am somebody. I am somebody. My life is valuable. My life is worthwhile. I am somebody. You know, I was thinking about this when the Sister Tehamba first sent out the email calling for a vigil. The first thought in my mind was, I'm sick and tired of vigils. I'm sick and tired of vigils. I know we do this to honor those young men and women, elders and members of the community, but I am sick and tired of vigils. Unless we are coming together to commit ourselves to doing something, anything, before it happens again. And we know it surely will. Our lives are worthy.
Yes, they are.
Our lives demand respect.
They do.
And that's the way I feel each and every day when I get up. I know that I'm going to do something today to touch somebody's life, and that's what I try to do each and every day. Some people call me a troublemaker, but the roster in prison say if you ain't making somebody mad, you ain't doing it right.
That's right. That's right.
That's the way I feel. But I don't need meditations for people of color. I was very blessed to meet Sister Ayana Van Zandt about 2 years ago when she came to Richmond. And she autographed my book, and that just, made my life. And when I hugged her, I felt the sister's energy, because that's what it's about. When you hug somebody, hug them. It's an exchange of energy. Don't just, like this. Hug the person and feel their aura, feel their energy. And as I was looking through this book, I thought about why we are assembling here today and the fact that we chose to become involved. And this is a passage actually for July 19th. And it begins with the most frightening part of helping other people is getting involved. With all that goes on in our daily lives, we may believe we don't have time to get involved with other people and their issues, yet we must. Perhaps we think if we do not see or hear about the problems, they will go away, but they will not. People of color are a communal people. For the young folks, that means we pull together. That's what communal means, an adjective form of community. We pull together. That means the community is our lifeline. African, Latin, Native American, and Asian cultures are cultures of we, not I. We cannot consider ourselves free, prosperous, cannot help everybody, but you can help somebody. We cannot do everything, but you can do something. If we each participate in a cause, if we each battle an ill, if we each contribute time or money to someone for something, a great deal could be done. If we each shoulder a bit of the responsibility for us, we can progress faster. I will do my part for us. And I want to explain a little bit what's burning here. This is our makeshift altar. The white candle is always the color that you burn to respect and pay homage to the ancestors. What you see burning in the pan is what you see burning in the pan, thank you, is frankincense. Those of you who are into the nativity, that's what the wise men brought. Frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense is a crystal that provides clarity, peace. It calls for harmony. And we burn that every time we come down to the burial ground. We burn the frankincense crystals because we want to call up protection for all of us. And as we leave here, we still got a little bit more to go, but as we leave here, I want us to remember that not only are we celebrating the life of little brother Trayvon, we are celebrating the thousands more unknown, the hundreds of thousands more unknown. And we have got to speak up, stand up, and demand justice for our people. If we don't do it, nobody will. So I'm going to turn the mic over to share a few words.
In the name of the Most High, I just want to express sentiments similar to Sister Janet. I want us to remember that we are, as has been already expressed, standing on sacred ground. That really means something. I recently learned that a street around here used to be called Harmony Way. And I'm hoping, I'm praying that every time we come to this sacred space, that we become healed a little bit more. I'm hoping and I'm praying that every time we come here, we remember, because people, in case we don't remember, we are strong people. Let me remind us again, we are strong people. We have endured. We will endure. And we're not going to endure in a light way. We're going to do it in a big way. We're going to overcome all of this. It is our time. It is our time. I want the young people to repeat that, and everybody else my age and older. It is our time.
This is our time.
This is our time.
This is our time.
Remember that.
REG, let's get free.
RGB, let's get free. Because we are free. We know that, right? Yeah. 1619 was a while ago. We free. So anything happening to us, we're going to fix it. Ashe? Ashe.
The merciful, the all-wise, true, and living God. We thank Him for Moses of 4,000 years ago. We thank Him for Jesus of 2,000 years ago. We thank Him for Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, of 1,400 years ago. I greet you all, my beloved brothers and sisters. Greeting words of peace and paradise. We say it in Arabic. Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I want to first of all express my condolences to the family of Brother Trayvon Martin. And I think, brothers and sisters, as we gather tonight, let us keep his mother, his father, his family in our prayers. I, having a son 14 years old, and I know many of you have young black sons as well, cannot even imagine the pain and suffering that Trayvon's mother and father and family are going through right now. So we have to keep them in our prayers. And as Sister Nzinga said, though we can't be in Florida, this demonstration right here says a lot about our love and concern about Trayvon. I just want to say a couple of things before I pass the microphone. You know, this demonstration is a microcosm of what is going on all over America. There are candlelight vigils, rallies, demonstrations going on all over America as we speak. And on my way over here tonight, I thought about the scripture where Jesus told his disciples, we will be able to tell when you have passed from death to life when you have love for the brotherhood. Your presence here tonight sends a clear message, and it doesn't matter how many are here, but it sends a clear message that we're starting to feel the pain and suffering of one another. When you hurt, I hurt. When I hurt, you hurt. For over 400 years since we've been here in America, we've been disconnected. But now we're starting to see that we need each other, that we have to take the time to be our brother's keeper, to check on one another, to care for one another. And I want to give a charge to the brothers in the audience today. The same way George Zimmerman, quote unquote, was protecting his community, we as black men have to step up and protect our community. It's not on our women. They will do it, but it's not their job. We as black men are supposed to be the maintainers and the protectors of not only our immediate family, but our extended family and our community as well. So when we leave here tonight as men, sisters, we thank you for what you have done and will do. But it's time for us to step forward as black men and not worry about our lives anymore. Don't worry about what may come. We've got to protect our children. As I said, I have a 14-year-old son, and I really can't say what I feel when I first heard about this. This happened February 26th. The press, the media, they tried to suppress this story. And if they could, they would have given it no coverage at all. But the Martin family was determined they were not going to let the murder of their son go unchecked. So brothers and sisters, you know, I just got word today that at Virginia State, the students were on edge. This young group, our young people today, they're not going to sit by and let this keep happening. This is a generation that is unlike any generation we've ever produced. They have a warrior mentality, and they're not going to sit back and let it be business as usual. Nor should we. George Zimmerman may have not be in Florida right now, but I tell you something from the Holy Quran. Though it be the weight of an atom buried in the earth under a rock, Allah God will bring it out. George Zimmerman will be brought to justice one way or another. I say this to us as a community. We can't bring Trayvon's life back, but we can be vigilant in those who are in our charge here in Richmond. All right? Educate your young sons and your young daughters as well. Let them to know, hey, you can't be in the wrong place. As a matter of fact, I mean, he's not even in the wrong place. You just can't be around certain people. So thank you. May God bless each and every one of us. Let us continue to love each other. And like I say, though we can't bring Trayvon's life back, make sure that your sons and your daughters are looked after. And your neighbors' sons and daughters are looked after. I'm 50 years old. I grew up in that time where Miss Washington up the street had the right given by my parents to spank my backside. We got to reincorporate that in the black community, all right? Assalamu alaikum. Greetings. I'd like to start first by giving honor and praise to the Most High for allowing me to be here today. Give praise to the ancestors who continue to guide me on a daily basis. Today is a very important day. I'm really angry because this has been going on much too long. And a lot of people, you know, don't want to hear what we have to say because they don't think this affects them. But now you see, it affects you because here you are today. That's right. And what I'm talking about is the war that was waged on us at the end of the 60s under the disguise of a war on drugs that sent the police into our communities on search and destroy missions and have been targeting our youth ever since. That's why this country is the world's leading jailer. We have 2.5 million people in prison. No country in the history of mankind has ever locked up so many people. In 1980, we had 300,000. This is not by accident. We need to understand what time it is. This is our flag, the red, black, and green. In honor of Marcus Messiah Garvey, he came here to teach us what we need to do as a people, is come together and unite as one and realize no matter where we're born on this planet that we're all African people, and we need to start to love ourselves, respect ourselves, and start doing for ourselves, and stop depending on a government that don't care about you, me, the earth we walk on, the air that we breathe, or the water that we drink, and form our own and start doing for ourselves as a people. I'm not going to stay here long, but I'm upset. I'm here representing the Defenders for Freedom, Justice, and Equality also. I'm here representing the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League. And I'm here representing the November Coalition, an organization founded in 1999 to educate the people about the consequences of this war that's been waged on our communities. Drugs didn't come here by us. The laws were not created by us. We're all victims of this. Trayvon Martin is a result of that war. Sean Bell, Diablo, Oscar Grant. There's too many to name. Young girls being killed in their beds. Old grandmothers being killed in their homes. It's time that we make a stop to this. The brothers in Florida, they need to go arrest Zimmerman themselves, take him down to the jailhouse and say, here, this is where he'll be safe at. Okay? Now, if you don't want to charge him, we're going to charge him. We'll have our own judge, we'll have our own jury, and we're going to try him, and we're going to give him court. And we find him guilty, he's going to receive the justice that he deserves. We don't need to wait for them. We don't. We pay taxes for that jail. We pay the police officer's salary. Your tax dollars supposed to run this thing, not corporate America. I'm out.
Jesus is indeed Savior and Lord of our lives. We're here today because Dr. King said that injustice anywhere threatens justice everywhere. And so we're here because we are the mothers and the fathers of Trayvon. We're here because this is not a black issue or a white issue or a Hispanic issue. This is an issue about right and wrong. And what Mr. Zimmerman did was wrong. I'm a 52-year-old man and I can't defend myself with a bag of Skittles and an Arizona tea if somebody pulls out a 9mm. This is about right and wrong. This did not have to happen in the state of Florida. This could have happened in the state of Virginia. This didn't have to happen there. It could have happened here. in unity one with one another. Regardless of what ship we came over, somebody said, guess what? We're in the same boat now. So I say to us, let's stay together, let's pray together, and let us support the Martin family and one another in the thing that we go through. God bless you and God keep you.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Today at Virginia State, me and my peers, me and my peers, we rallied together.
Yes, y'all did.
I'm a recluse. If you don't know what a recluse is, I'm an introvert. I had to dig deep within myself to do this. If I can do that, we all can do that. And the peers on my campus, they finally got tired. They was telling me we need to do something. We need to do something. What we gonna do?
Alright, word. Today at Virginia State, our my peers, my schoolmates, they was telling me we need to do something. They didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. But then I just dug deep within myself and I used the tools that my mentors like King Salim and Brother Tracy and the other brothers who influenced me to just go out there and do something. Even if you're wrong, get out there and stand in righteousness, stand in truth, even if you're wrong. If you can't look past a little discrepancy for truth, then you're there for the wrong reason. And what I was telling them, we got enough pieces to this puzzle to save Trayvon, to piece it back together, and to put this guy Zimmerman away. But we have to continue our fight, continue to resist, continue the resistance.
That's a response from the Virginia State University campus, the young man that put together the visual down there today. Once again, no justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. This is not a black, white, Asian, or Hispanic issue. This is an issue of the laws need to be changed to accommodate the common people. This is an issue of a bag of Skittles and a bottle of tea should have not went against a 9mm shotgun or handgun. We need to use the IT network, these systems that we have in place. I'm saying it slow and loud for a reason. You need to use your social networks to contact the people in your political arenas to express your protest abroad. This is not the time to be out here to be seen, or we're so distressed, or we're coming because we can empathize. Everyone can empathize. This is deja vu. This has happened before, and before, and before, and before, and before. There needs to be change. The generation of 2012 and up and coming are not interested in the political arena, whether it's Democrat or Republican. We're interested in change. If you're serious about change, use those apps on your phones, those iPads, those smartphones. Get in touch with your local congressman, your local mayors, the people that are sitting back right now at home watching this on flat screen TVs, and let them know no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. And it does not need to be a violent movement. It needs to be something to prove that the pen is still mightier than the sword. Simple and plain, simple and put. Today at Virginia State University, like the young man said, people were distressed. In Baltimore, Maryland, at another college campus, people were uneasy. The haves and the have-nots, you need to get to the realization of what side you're really on. It's time to move on something now. Again, this is not a black, nor a white, Asian, or Hispanic issue. This is the right
decided that they're going to do whatever they can do to put themselves in a position legally inside their own laws to make us look as if we are uneducated or unvalued in the community. We need to make decisions. Stop being on the phones and on the computers blogging about foolishness. Take time to do something constructive.
I'm a grandmother. I have grandsons that wear hoodies. They could have been Trayvon. We as a people, black, white, yellow, or green, we need to get registered. We need to vote. We need to take control. And the only way we can take control is that we vote. We put the right people in office so that they can make laws and rules that make sure that this never happens again. Trayvon could have been my grandson. I control me. As a female in Virginia, we need to stand up because our rights were taken away a few weeks ago. But do not let Trayvon die in vain. Do not let his parents suffer a loss that will never be able to be made right. Let Florida as a state know we will bankrupt you. We will not go to your parks. We will not go to your water parks. We will not spend one dime in Florida. Green is the color. Do not go to Florida. Do not buy Florida orange juice. Anything you know that comes from the state of Florida, boycott. Trayvon should not die in vain. He could have been my grandson, your children, or your brothers. He could have been me.
That's right.
And we need to support our children in a mighty way today. See, to the white man, the moral universe may be long, but I remember in reading Genesis today after I knew I was coming here, that God is about to act on our behalf. And we must be responsible and stand to the plate and do all that we need to do. We can't just show up today and not participate. You may not be able to show up at every meeting, but you will be able to pray to the God that freed the slaves during the Exodus. It will be done, it can be done, and it shall be done. And I will leave you with this. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, used to say all the time that you have not lived until you found something worth dying for.
And whatever that means to you, it only means peace and blessings be upon you. Whether we're Christian, Jew, Muslim, whatever, white, black, whatever, there's only one race, and it's the human race. So we need all the support we can get, whether you're black or whether you're white, whether you're purple or green, because I met a green person the other day and he was all right with me. You know what I'm saying? So we will take the support from any color there is on this nation, because God made all of us, it's only one race.
That's right.
Hey everyone. All right. So when I speak, I'd like you to respond with "we rose." Okay? All right. So they captured us and they put us in the slave ships. What did we do? We rose. They tried to get us over here and break our spirits on those ships, packed us like sardines, wanted us to die on those ships. What did we do? We rose. They didn't allow us to read. They didn't allow us to get educated. What did we do? We rose. They didn't allow us in their colleges. They didn't allow us in their schools. What did we do? We rose. They thought we were never going to be the president of the United States. What did we do? All right. So what we're asking today is if everyone can rise again with us in Richmond. We're going to be staying here after the meeting, and we're asking for a community meeting. Let's figure it out together. What are we going to do? We're going to respond. They said we couldn't respond in 2 days. Look at how many people are at this vigil. What did we do? All right. So hopefully we'll see you guys here. We'll be here, and I'm going to light your candles now. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
How y'all doing? No justice, no peace. I heard somebody say that earlier, and I like to read a poem to that effect. I like to dedicate this poem to the Martin family and to all those who have lost loved ones to violence. It's called, "Has Anyone Seen Justice?" Where is she?
Anytime we need her now. Notice how rarely justice is found. They say I got the right to remain silent. All the rights they gave, they take back. Senseless acts. Trayvon was on his way home with a drink and a snack. Where is justice? Oh, where is she? Sick mind of a man kills and still allowed to roam free. Sad, but so true. This runs deep in our history. American history, where black men and women were strange fruit on trees. Where is justice? Oh, where could she be? Racism rears its ugly head in a black youth with a drink. And some Skittles. And you know it. Wearing a hoodie.
Brother, but we like our hoodie.
Damn, I just described me. Is my life in danger?
Yeah.
And if so, why should that be? The fact is, justice ain't around. And the law help her hide from me. Her ass supposed to be blind, but she see who she want to see. This is a travesty. Because of the color of my skin, the style of my hair, the clothes that I wear, that trickery makes you stop, look, and stare, as if my very existence is your personal cross to bear. Ignorance, I swear. All the while, I continue to look for justice in the land of the brave, home of the free. If you see justice, you tell her to find me.
So far away from here, somewhere to get my mind clear, but I don't know which way to go. I got my high and low, struggling, I gotta let him go, and I know I can't erase my mistake. Now I'm searching for my better day. I gotta get away from this evil place. Can you be my escape? Can you take me away from this place? I know there's better days. Can you be my escape? Everybody, tonight we are Trayvon's escape because we are standing here as one.
Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.